Good morning. It's a beautiful morning this morning. I have a book here that I've been reading called Be a Farmer, Be a Millionaire. It's by Eric Mwenda. And I think this book is amazing. It's a great book to read. So let me move back a little bit. Good morning from my office on Tuzini 1. This is the headquarters of Tuzini Farms and Tuzini Enterprises in Nizitu. We have 3 companies which we run. I'm very, very excited about this week because I am just launching. I'm starting again on Tuzini 3, planting because now the water's gone down on those flooded fields. God is just faithful in everything he does. So I've called everybody to this live. Let's get straight into it. I want to talk about 3 things today, this morning. Before I jump into my management meetings, what does my day look like? How was your weekend? I hope your weekend was great, was productive, and you grew. I have already text messages coming in this morning asking for seedlings. That is what we need early in the morning, is money making. So let's talk about business growth. That's the first thing. Number 2, I want to speak about ladies, and I want to speak to ladies. I don't want to speak about ladies. I want to speak to ladies. So once I finish the business growth part, if you're a guy, I think it's time to close your ears. You listen at your own risk. Because I think men do get offended with some of my posts, especially Zambian traditional men. And you know what? It's fine. You can get offended with a post. It's okay. But I think it's very important to awaken women, because I find that women have so much power. You have power to do a lot of things over a man. And yes, men also have what they bring to the table. But I think it's important to just talk about to women, because I think women in Zambia have so much potential and they don't even realize it. So let's talk about business growth. Let's talk to women about self-worth. And let's just talk about the year 2022 as a whole. So this morning I wrote an article. In fact, I wrote it last night. So every single article that you see on my Facebook page is an article written by me, the Z Farmer. Nobody writes my articles. I write them by myself. I have a media team that controls everything, but I write it. So straight to the point. Let's talk about business growth. In your business, it's very important to grow. I think Tuzini 1 started off as Tuzini 1, and there's now up to Tuzini 4. Now, how do you grow and how do you strike a balance between over trading, which is overgrowing, and just growing organically? It depends on the situation where you are at. For example, Tuzini 1, 2, 3, and 4 have grown over a period of 4 years. Remember that I started farming in 2016, and 2016 up to 2021. How many years is that? We're now going into 5 years, sorry. 2017, I should say, is the time that I started full force, because 2016, I started like in August, September, so I don't really count that year. 2017 is when I started learning, and these years were learning years. Remember that we only expanded to Tuzini 2 and 3 back in 2018, 2019. So we basically purchased 2 farms in a space of 1 year. We purchased Tuzini 2 first, and we didn't do our homework properly, and I can see the mistakes we made. 174 hectares, no proper water, and the soil is just, sandy soil. So we've turned that into a cattle ranch. Then Tuzini 3 is a Dambo. So I only learned this year that Tuzini 3, after just farming successfully on it for the dry season, into the rain season, we saw that we lost 5 hectares of tomato. And your suppliers are not going to understand. I have told them so many times that, guys, I can't pay. Can you give me time? Because I've lost 5 hectares of tomato, all underwater. Everything completely gone. Now, if that was somebody else, you'd probably stop farming. But I understand my purpose. And in understanding my purpose, I know that trials and tribulations are going to come my way. So because of that, I decided to go back onto Zini One and expand. So we've expanded from just 2 hectares. We're now up to 8 hectares of tomato, and we're harvesting from 3 hectares at the moment. So we are not on harvest every single day like the way the Z Farmer produces every day. We're on harvest maybe twice a week, which is okay for me, but at the same time, we're expanding. So this calls for a lot of sacrifice. So what am I driving at here? My point is this, is that if you're going to grow and you don't have operating capital like the way I am, I don't have a loan. All I have is just what I produce and plow it back into the business. There's only a certain level that I can grow because my operating capital is not that much. At the same time, my human capital, which are my labor force, is not that much either, because I find that the people around me here in Zambia or in Lusaka are lazy. That is a fact. I'm not going to mince my words. Workers, some of them are lazy. They come and work for 2 days, 3 days, they run away. So we are constantly changing our workers because of that. There are some workers that just stay. I've got a labor force that is very loyal to me. And then there are some that just run away. So because of that, it's very hard to expand, because remember, 3/4 of our business depends on human capital. So the financial capital, the human capital, these 2 things are what determine how far you grow. Also, your determination and just your focus. I think it's very, very important just to learn about determination and focus. I don't know why the light has just gone, but I don't know whether you can see me and hear me. So your determination and your passion and your purpose is what is going to drive you during those low times. I hope you're all following me. Now, let's talk to ladies. I hope I've covered the business growth part. So grow, but don't grow too fast. Grow within your limits. Live within your limits. Live within your means. Grow within your means. Because if you plant big fields and you don't know how to control tomato, what will happen is that you'll make massive losses. Remember the last time I said that action plus ignorance equals pain. So if you don't know what you're getting yourself into growing tomato or doing any other business, then what happens is that you dive into this business full force and you lose a lot of money. So grow your business, but grow it to the extent where you can manage it. Don't lose control of your business. So guys, from the Z Farmer, it's a very good morning. Now, let's talk to ladies. Men, I think it's time for you to go. Thank you very much. If you're a guy, you can exit the video, because I wanted just to talk to ladies today. And if you want to stay, that's fine. But please don't get offended. I don't need any negative comments as I am about to speak my mind. We just want positivity this morning. I want to talk to ladies about self-worth. I think it's very important. You know, a lot of men, a lot of Zambian men, or a lot of African men make us feel like we are less of people because of our self-worth. For example, whenever I write a comment about self-worth, I get a lot of attacks about, oh, that's why she's not married, or that's why she's not this, to make themselves feel better. Guys, it's not that. It's because I value myself. Ladies, you only have one you. And you cannot thrive if you're in the wrong environment. Let me say that again. If you're in a toxic environment and you are being mistreated by your husband and you are thriving into a business, or you're going into a business and you have no support, you will never thrive. That is the honest truth. Why? Because you have decided to stay in a toxic environment, meaning that you have so much negative energy coming from the other side that even when you try and push in your efforts, they don't work. Why? Because you are in a very toxic environment. Same thing goes for men. I have seen so many male farmers who are farming and their wives don't support them. The guy is on the farm and the woman is in the house in town. Do not entertain that, because why? You are not going to thrive if your spouse is not happy with what you're doing. So how do we mitigate that? I think it's very important to make your spouse realize what you're doing. If the person still won't support you with what you're doing and still won't let you thrive in your gift or your passion, then it's time to let them go. I don't know if you have watched Acrimony, the movie. Acrimony is about a man who wanted to do this business, and the wife supported him, but he wasn't thriving. Things were not working, and she later left him. And after she left him, he started thriving and made it and met somebody else. And, what happened was that the minute she left, he started thriving. And I think that is the same for me. I tend to thrive when I'm alone. The minute I'm attached to someone who is not aligned with my energy, what happens is that I start to go down. And I'm just talking generally. I'm not pointing any fingers at anyone. I'm talking generally. I start to glow when I'm happy, when I get enough sleep, when I'm just focused on the business, because I'm thriving in an environment which is peaceful. I'm thriving in an environment which I have support. And this support comes from different areas. It comes from my mom. It comes from my sister. So these are bitter truths that I'm telling you. And for me to get to where I am, being the Z Farmer with 220,000 followers, 22,000 followers on Instagram, and 4 farms later, I've had to have major support. You cannot thrive on your own. It's not possible. That's why you see every successful man, including our president, has a support behind him. So I have support. You look at me like this, but I have support. Every man that is big in this nation has support. Trust me, you cannot thrive on your own. But at the same time, you need to thrive in the right environment. You need to thrive. You need to have a cheerleader who's going to clap for you and say, yes, keep going. That is my mom. She claps for me even when things are wrong. She's there for me. I have my manager who claps for me even when I want to give up. I have my sister who claps for me. So you need to have that support. At the same time, you need to thrive in the right environment. If you're not in the right environment, you need to remove yourself and start being in the correct environment for you to thrive. There's a lady I listen to called Dr. Sonia Stribling. You need to listen to her. She's Black American, but she really speaks to my soul. And she spoke about thriving in the right environment. And I totally agree. Now that I'm alone, I feel like I thrive in the right environment because I'm focused. I can wake up at 5 in the morning. I don't have to make breakfast for anyone. I can just jump in my car. My life is completely focused. I wake up 4 a.m. in the morning. I dress up, I pray, I meditate. I've got time to do that because I am focused on what I want to achieve. I need to achieve an empire, and so do you. I'm going to be 100% honest with you, ladies. If a guy leaves you, if he mistreats you, please, can you leave? You are not born with him. You are not accountable to him. You came on this earth alone. I saw the other day someone committed suicide because somebody broke up with them. Really? Let me tell you, some people will leave your life just so that you can go to the next level. Do you understand me? So when somebody leaves you, please say goodbye and don't even look back. Because why? They are not meant to be in your space. You are special and you are goals and you are everything that you need to thrive. So if somebody doesn't support you and they want to go, let them go. I remember a friend of mine crying because her boyfriend asked her for space. When a guy asks you for space, I told her, I said, let him go. Don't even look back. This is what I'm talking about self-worth. If a man does not call you 2 or 3 times a day at Nenze busy, it's a lie. Even the president has time to call his wife. It's a lie. Can you pack your stuff and keep it moving? The reason why I am like this is because I have too much self-worth. I have too much self-worth. I respect myself to a point that I can't even go in a public place. If I go in a public place, I have to pick and choose where I go. Pick and choose who I associate with, who is in my space. You cannot thrive as a woman in business if you're always found with drunkards or with prostitutes. You are on Friday night in Chicago's, Saturday night in Chicago's. Who is going to respect you? Which man is going to respect you if you're found in Chicago's Friday night, Saturday night, all your friends are prostitutes and that's why I pick and choose who is in my space. If you're in my space, this is coming back to self-worth. Let's not just talk about men, ladies. Let's talk about our friends, our associates. Who is your associate? Who is the person who you're drinking with? Who is the person who you're hanging around with? If that person is a prostitute, if that person is somebody, a woman who just drinks from Friday to Friday, no goals in life, no business, no, you're not talking about anything constructive. All you talk about is, uzibatu you are gonna nandani. Oh, this person is sleeping with this person. Oh, this person is there. Please get rid of them. You do not need friends who are going to teach you the wrong thing. You do not need friends who don't have goals. You need friends who are going to build you. You need friends who are going to mentor you. You need friends who are going to teach you how to make money. If you have a friend who's making money and they're not teaching you how to make money, then that person is using you for their entertainment. Are you hearing me? Let me say this again. If you have a friend who is making money and who is not teaching you how to make money, they are using you for their entertainment. So when they get bored, they make you drink, and because you see, this wealth journey that we have chosen is very lonely. It's a very lonely wealth journey. And because it's lonely, some people who are on the path of wealth will use other people just for their benefit. So love yourself, be true to yourself. I have a tattoo written all here on my shoulder, written, stay true to yourself. So when you're staying true to yourself, what happens is that you have so much self-worth that you pick and choose where you go, you pick and choose who you're found with, and you pick and choose regardless of how much money that person has. You will never be found with them because you understand what their motive is. Be wise in everything that you do. Now, from me, it's a very, very good morning. So I've spoken about business growth. Let's recap again. Grow, but grow within your means. Secondly, I have spoken about thriving in your environment. If you are not thriving in your environment, if you're not thriving as a business person, you come from a toxic home and you start pushing your business and it's not moving. It's because you're in a toxic space that the energies are not aligning with your energies of business. And that's why you can't grow. So it's very, very important that you go into a peaceful, growing environment for you to grow in your business. The third thing is that we talk about self-worth. Self-worth when it comes to relationships and self-worth when it comes to friendships. You need to make sure that every friend that you're entertaining, every person that is in your space grows you. Every person is trying to teach you how to create wealth, trying to teach you love, trying to show you love. Some people won't teach you how to create wealth, but they'll teach you how to love. And that is very, very important. Today is a very significant day in the calendar. Today is the 28th of February, 2022. You need to be aware and conscious of every single decision you make, everything that you do. And how do you be conscious? Look at the dates. Today is 28, meaning that 2 signifies love and 8 signifies abundance. And when you add 2 and 8, it gives you 10. And 10 is 1 and 0. And 1 and 0 talks about how there is leadership. And 1 talks about oneness. So you need to make sure that today, number 1, you're showing love. And number 2, you are abundant. So you need to start telling yourself that I am abundant. There is power in your tongue. And that's what I wrote about yesterday. that there is so much power in your tongue. Today, I have already commanded what I want to see on the farms. I have already commanded the cattle. I have commanded even their calves that they're pregnant with, that they're going to deliver safely. I'm already like 5 months ahead of my cattle. Why? Because I understand the power that God has given me just with my mouth. So today is 28th of the 2nd, 2022. Make sure that you're abundant. 2 stands for love. Make sure that you show love even to your workers. So how have I shown love this morning? I have taken 50 kwacha and given one of my workers who has been absolutely amazing. He never loafs a day of work. He is never drunk. You know, I have a big problem with the workers on this farm 1. Farm 3 and farm 2 don't give me problems. The problem is farm 1. And do you know why? Because we are close to town. We're only at 9 miles, which is very close. And because of that, I have problems with when they get paid, they get drunk, all sorts of, they start fighting. I'm telling you, it's a mess. But this one particular worker is just faithful. He's always there. He doesn't drink. He doesn't smoke. He never complains. Today, I took out 50 kwacha and I said, you know what? I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful for everything. And I connect with his energies of just being faithful. So you need to make sure that you are also thanking your workers, your workmates. If there is that one workmate where you work and they're always there for you, today buy them something. Even if it's just a bubble gum for 2 kwacha. If you don't have money, just tell them how much you love them. It doesn't cost much. It doesn't cost anything to tell someone that you love them. So from me, the Z Farmer, it's a very good morning. Now, let me just address a few questions here before I go. I can see Grace going, 50 kwacha only. Next time a 500. Oh, I wish I had 500 to give someone. Do you know that the operations of the farms are so much that I don't even have 500 to give anyone? Otherwise, I would give someone 500 kwacha. We have a ball coming up, a Lusaka ball. I think it's sometime in March next month. So we have a ball coming up and I will release the details. I'll be at that ball gala. Binwo Mpundi is coming. Everybody will be there. Matthew Mohan will be there. Every single person will be there. So guys, from me, have a beautiful day. I'm just looking at, sorry guys, I think I turned the camera. I'm just looking at everything. Everyone is saying well spoken, insightful. Thank you everyone for just your love, and let's pay attention to the correct things. Pay attention to the correct things. Pay attention to the correct things. You know what I'm talking about. Pay attention to them. Especially on social media, pay attention to the correct things. So from me, it's a very good morning. Have a productive day. And remember that you are powerful, you are abundant, you create wealth, you are beautiful, you are everything that you need. You don't need anything more. So don't ever say that somebody completes you. There's no one who completes you apart from God. I am complete in me being myself. I am enough. I don't need anyone else. I'm enough. And you know what? I love to spend time on my own because I enjoy my own company. So you are enough and you are powerful. So you can manifest and have whatever it is that you want. So go to John chapter 11, verse 22 and go and read what Jesus said to Martha. Jesus said to Martha, you can have whatever it is that you want. So you can have whatever it is. As long as you ask God, he will grant you everything that you need. Bye. My workers have arrived from Chipata compound. I have to go and split them. I'm on harvest today. Bye.